Okay, so as you know that I am Mantu sir and I am teaching uh, the students of class 12 right now. But many of us students have been getting the problems while reading the lesson. I am shocked because they are in class 12 and they have many difficulties while reading. They are not able to read hard words because they have been reading they have not been reading English from the class 1. Actually, till class 10 nobody uh, study English well. That is why they are facing this problem. But I have some students who can read the English fluently, and they because they are reading English from class 1. So let's meet my some students who will read fluently English.
My name is Jian Singham. I read in class 4. I am going to read a short story by Siganoya. The Artist, written by Siganoya. Sebi parents knew that he often went out to buy himself goods. He got them for a few cents and soon had a sizable collection. When he came home, he would first take first bore a neat hole in the top of the gourds and extract the seeds. Next, he applied tea leaves, get rid of the unpleasant gourd smell. He then fetched the which he had saved from the grids in the father cup and carefully polished the surface. Sebi was personally interested in one day he was strolling the beach absorbed in the favorite subject. He was startled by an unusual sight caught in gamples of the blood inoculant held of the old man hurrying out of one of the huts by the beach. What is a speeded growd? Thought Sebi. The old man disappeared. From that sight, wagging his blood pine plate. Only then he Sebi realized his mistake, and he stood there laughing loudly to himself. He caught all he laughed all the way home. Whenever he passed a grocery, a curio shop, or in fact any place that sold grouts, he stood for a minute and his eyes glued to the window, appreciating the precious fruits. Sebi was 12 years old and still at primary school. After class, instead of playing with the other children, he usually wandered about the town looking for gods. Then in the evening, he would sit cross-legged in the corner of the living room, working on his newly accruing fruit. When he had finished tearing it, he produced in a little sack, in instead a cork stopper which he had fastened himself, warped it in the towel, put his in a tin special kept for the purpose, in final placed in the whole thing in the collar, foot warmer. Then he went to bed. As soon he he woke, and next morning he would open the tin and extermine the gods. The skin would be thoroughly damp from the overmight treatments. Sibi would graze Sibi would graze accordingly at the treasure before trying streeting gods the middle and hanging it in the sun to dry. Then he set out for school. Sibi lived in a harbor town, although it was officially a city. One could walk from one end to other in a mature of 12 minutes. Sibi was always wandering about the streets and had soon came to the new every place and sold crowds and to recognize almost every gods from the market. He did not care much about the old formed gods, usually favored by collectors. The type that appreciated to Sebi was even and symmetrical. The youngest of the years only seems to like the ordinary looking. Once said a friend of the father who had come to call. He pointed at the boy who was sitting the customer busily polishing a plain round god. Fancy a lad spending his time playing around like that with gods, said his father, giving Sebi a disgusted like look. See here, Sebi, my lad, he said the friend. There no use, just collection lots of those things. It's not the quantity that counts. Your what you want to do is to find one or two real unusual ones. It prefer the this kind that Sibi and let the matter drops. Sibi father and his friends started talking about gods. Remember that banking gods, they had the agricultural so that spring. And yes, I remember that the big long one.